There we go. Don't fuck up this vault, please. Probably not even a 306 because the split doesn't work.
They're
But
sick people, not criminals.
whatever.
We've gone beyond that question, Your Majesty.
They're my citizens, and we will save them from the plague if we can. All of them.
Very well.
We will not speak of this again.
Mother, Corvo is back.
Thank you, Emily. Leave us, please.
As you wish, Your Majesty. Corvo.
Pressing F on him or whatever you have bound to interact is what I thought, but if running into him does it as well, then...
It's a fair wind that brings you home to me. What news have you brought?
Interact is like what you do to like open a door or to pick up a potion or something. You need two interactions, yes. Yeah, you need an interaction to interrupt the cigarette and then another interaction to actually talk to him. What I do is I just scroll on him, so because scrolling just spams a bunch of interacts, so I slow scroll on him.
Corvo, thank you. If you hadn't been here... No more! Not again! Mommy! No! Get away from her! Corvo! Mommy! Get away! Corvo!
I think they're bumping into me in an interaction. Fair enough.
Coming apart. Find Emily.
N-
Protect her.
that is
So the
different.
one-
Holding F works very weirdly at low FPSs.
Corvo.
I know, I think Seeker holds F as well.
Ward us all. Look at what he's
I think
done.
it's something to do like...
Yes, he's killed the Empress.
I don't know exactly why it works, but
What
like
did you do
with
your Lady Emily, traitor?
Her own bodyguard. Ironic.
I'll see you beheaded for this, Corvo.
yeah, I'm not sure.
Take him.
I'm not sure. Maybe it is the... Yeah, I know that's what Seeker does. Maybe it's that the bumping into him... Because the scroll thing I was talking about is what we did with the old strat. Maybe you don't need to do the double interaction anymore. I'm just used to that from the old strat. I know that Seeker holds F there though, so...
This meal comes from a friend.
It's definitely a thing. I just hadn't thought about why it worked. Oh, I do not get 408s very often. That is big pog. Fuck.
You know who we're hunting here?
I failed the first elevator once and I lost my speed at the end, but apart from that, that was all fast. We should still be ahead. We've probably lost second to half a second though.
Bravo, over here. I'm Samuel. And
Well,
I
actually, no, we've lost more than a second, I think.
They said you'd come out here.
Hopefully we're still
I
ahead
still
though.
hardly believe it. I'll take you to meet them. Just down the river from here.
Oof. What's your, if you still have your splits, what was your PB from 7 years ago? I'm actually interested.
This is the Hound Pit's pub. Closed for business. Half the district marked off as dead from the plague. We're right under the Lord.
World record was probably, what, like a 35? 7 years ago? You don't have them? Ah.
Of course, if anyone finds out what we're up to, the watch
Yeah,
will
because
break in with swords drawn.
2014,
And now that you've escaped,
uh,
the Lord Regent's
it wouldn't have been
tearing the city
on
apart.
SRCom, right? Because SRCom didn't exist yet.
Take you up to meet Admiral Havelock and the rest of the Loyalists. The Admiral's a man to be reckoned with. If anyone can help you find that missing girl, Lady Emily, and clear your name, he can.
Google Doc, yeah. Yeah, I remember finding that Google Doc. I could probably find it again.
So it's starting at.
We can continue this later. Yes. Piero's as much an artist.
Upstairs, please, while I hold this in place. Careful. Loyalty and stable. Perfect. Tell me what I can make for you.
I'll have a look in the next cutscene.
You must be exhausted. I advise that you get some sleep. Your life will get even more difficult soon. You should rest while you can. Sleep well.
This is kind of mid.
How you.
What can I do for you?
Well, another.
Ready to go? Just give the signal.
Okay, I've done it again. I held F on him and made my crosshair move away from him and he was stuck in his state. Okay. So it's probably that the first interaction
It'll be a rough trip.
I think that if you're holding a key at low FPS, like
Half the city's
let's say I start holding it in the middle of a frame, which is pretty easy to do.
City Watch still
What I think happens
set
is
up those wall of light
is
points.
it detects
Man
that you're
walks
holding
through the
F,
house and he ends up
obviously,
burned to a
so it gives you the input.
controlled by the
But
City
then,
Watch's gang territory.
because you weren't so it gives you the input of F, and then because you're holding it in the middle of a frame, it detects that on the previous frame you weren't holding F, so therefore there must have been a new input. Is I think what happens. I remember Seeker saying something about this because we hold quick save for Samolov because of Seeker, and I remember him saying something like that.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, I want to see... 37.5 is what's normal here. Am I going to get... 37.4 is reasonable. If I get a 37.3 or below, something's up.
All citizens living on the north side.
3708. Alright. There's some new information. I don't know if people knew this and I was out of the loop, or if that is a new discovery, but if you spam... I don't know if it's for every cutscene, but certainly for the ones where you start on a new screen with, like, Sam riding a boat. If you spam into those cutscenes so you don't get to wait on the loading screen, those cutscenes are shorter. That was really bad.
I'll take you to the Golden Cat when you're ready. I've taken Lord Pendleton enough times, believe me.
Alright, so once I get onto this loading screen here, I'm going to start the next split with a Sam ride, right? So if I spam through this screen, so I don't wait on the loading screen, that means this boat ride is going to be about half a second shorter. This was something I noticed because the one at the cutscene that started Boyle, it tends to be like, I had thought it was RNG. Sometimes it's like, it's either a 150, no, it's either like a 53 or a 52.5, I think. And I had thought it was just RNG, which one you got. But then I watched the IL recce and I noticed he spams as fast as he can on the loading screen. And now I just tried it there and it made that cutscene half a second shorter as well. Nice rebound. One thing to note though is, obviously on a screen like this, it doesn't matter whether you spam or not, because there's no cutscene to change the length of. And waiting on that is in fact faster, because it gives you higher frames on the next side. But if you're going into a cutscene on the next screen. And then actually, that raises an interesting question. Because I'll test it after this run. The effect that has in the game, at least that I'm aware of, is that it lags the start of the cutscene. So if you lag the start of the cutscene artificially by lowering your FPS to 5 or something, will that still result in making the cutscene shorter? And if it does, will running the whole cutscene in lower FPS make the cutscene even shorter?
ready to go? Corvo,
That'll be about
was
even, I
out
think.
there
That's
in
pretty
the
bad.
city tonight. I can't believe my old eyes.
That sucks. I forgot to spam. Damn. That's gonna take some getting used to because I'm used to waiting. I'm gonna go to the toilet in this cutscene.
So you did the business, did you, Corvo? I'm not one to speak against my betters, mind you, but if anybody ever deserved their fate, it was those Pendletons.
What business are you talking about?
Oh, grown-up business, girl. I mean, your ladyship. Forgive me.
It's okay. I heard a lot of grown-up business at the Golden Cat.
Oh, I should concentrate on piloting this boat.
Young Lady Emily, I'm Callista. I'll be caring for you and schooling you while you're with us.
Pleased to meet you.
As am I. Would you like to see your room in the tower?
Can I see it?
Yes, you may. You'll get to see it all. The entirety of the Hound Pits.
Good. I think I'll like it here. I'll go with Callista, Corvo. I'll see you later.
That does lead to some interesting questions, though, because if that's on every
Armed with a blade,
boat ride,
change the course of the city.
there's a lot of boat rides in this game, and if they all save half a second,
Our own Lord
that would explain why a lot of my splits are slower when they seem like they should be the same speed.
One night, you've done more than most men do in a lifetime. I need to speak to you soon. But for now, Lord Pendleton requests your attention.
Fucking wonderful. Thanks.
Corvo.
You wondering what that was? I don't know, I've never seen it either. And I used a pot, so we have to go get an extra pot in this next mission.
Sleep later.
Why did I have to use a pot now?
Just climb aboard when you're ready.
I don't fucking know. Strat hiding is the real strat. Big
What
pog.
do you think, Corvo? Caldwell's Bridge. You've been in the city for years, but you lived in Dunwall Tower with the late Empress, so maybe you haven't visited the bridge before tonight. Something to look out for. See all them lights on the water? That's right, we'll be spotted for sure. You're gonna have to shut off their power before I can pick you up. Now, about bringing Sokolov back alive, he's smart. Maybe even smarter than Piero. Got the whole of Dunwall under his thumb with all that natural philosophy business. New technology, potions, and the like. Seems dangerous to me. But what do I know?
To be fair, if I wanted to strat hide, it would be Omega easy because I never get new PBs, so no one would ever watch my new PBs and go, oh, there's a strat. I don't know if we regained enough mana. I forgot to get that extra potion I needed. So we're gonna have to get another one on the next screen. Hey. This I will reset if we get bad boils, because like, what the fuck is the point of this? Continuing this with bad boils? We did regen enough mana at least. Okay, so I spammed on that loading screen, so now this cutscene should be 52.5-ish seconds long.
They set up a cell for Sokolov in the
If
old
my
kennel.
theorem is correct.
Shackles and everything. It'll be a shock, him waking up in the straw and old dog poop. But from what I hear, he's woken up worse places. Guess we all have at that.
Okay. Well, running part of the cutscene at 2 FPS makes it slower. That's good to know. I realized that was super unscientific because obviously changing 2 variables in what I was doing is not the way to tell if something changes or something.
Here in your room while Callista was taking her bath. She told me if there's ever trouble, I should always run here. Callista.
Attention. You're part of this.
That is genuinely one of the easiest clips in the room.
Royal costume ball, huh? Well, that'll be fun, but not for everybody. You ready?
Oh my god, that's awful. Fuck. Hilarious thing is, even as bad as this is, we'll be like 10 seconds ahead if we get good at RNG here.
The Lord Regent's pulling out all the stops for the Boyle family. I didn't think there'd be tall boys patrolling here tonight. Watch yourself, Corvo. They don't fool around. The good news is, once you get to the party, that mask of yours will let you blend right in.
But there's
Enjoy your
something
evening
pushing
out
me.
on a folk quality. Better you than me.
Well, if you record it with no board on, then we can see whether or not you're interacting with them. It is good RNG. See, this is what I mean. Good RNG is reserved for shit runs that would not go anywhere if they didn't have the RNG helping them.
I hope you enjoyed your evening, sir. But we'd best be on our way. Quickly. Lord Pendleton said he would meet us here. I checked the wine cellar. Losing family gives a man a thirst.
So we had 2 god-awful splits back to back, but we're ahead of what my last PB pace run was because we got the RNG. It is the only thing I don't like about this run.
With a woman and a noble woman at that. But Boyle was a viper. She helped the Lord
Like,
Regent
people
to
complain
survive
about the
this,
cutscenes. I don't even
so I don't
really
feel a thing for her.
care about the
You've had a
cutscenes.
long
Like,
night,
they're whatever.
But I fear it's
That
you.
goddamn
Havelock and Martin have already cooked up
RNG
something.
though.
They would like to see you now, in Havelock's chambers above the ball.
That's what it looked like.
For
Ready to face the Lord Regent?
Because
About time we took care of my say. Long past time.
F is also the key to put away your weapons. And in that clip you put away your weapons. So I thought that you probably were holding something.
This is it, Corvo. Your last memories of Dunwall Tower might not be good ones, huh? So maybe you can make up for what happened back then. It'll be a bit of a climb from the waterlogged. Most important thing is killing the Lord Regent. Built himself quite a place at the top of the tower. Calls it his safe room or something. Crazy if you ask me. Another point of interest while I'm giving you the grand tour, Corvo. Broadcast control station.
My
here
gold in
where
this
all
split
them
is so
announcements come
bad.
from,
Hopefully we can beat
might
it.
be worth looking into. You ready? Next time I see you, the Lord Regent will be dead. And if not, well, it was an honor to serve with you.
That was clean. Fuck. Honestly, we can probably still gold. I realised I didn't need to wait at the tower nade because no, this doesn't gold.
Is it all done?
Worryingly close for how bad most of that was, though.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, you have to normally wait at the tower nade, or your mana's you've got too little mana at the end. But because I had to run to the nade anyway, I could have just run it as fast as I wanted.
The worst of it. But maybe it's going to be different now. The Lord Regent is gone.
He bees these
has a
nuts.
new High Overseer. I'm guessing our work is almost
We're on a really
others are in the bar.
frustrating run.
No doubt
We had like a
glass
410
Me, I think I'll just linger.
bridge or something, a 211 cat, and like a
Congratulations.
257 boil or something. But we're ahead because we got good boil RNG. I didn't have 205. My gold is 20507. Okay. Yeah, holding right. Yeah, that's what I thought. Ooh, ice. Here's something people might have already known and I just didn't realize. But if you spam at the start of the boat rides, if you spam through the loading screen and you don't let your FPS get raised before the thing starts, before the cutscene starts, the cutscene's shorter. Which is fucking funny. And I didn't know that, so I was losing half a second in every split. Pretty much. So you see on like going from the first screen to the second screen of Bridge, if you wait on that loading screen, then you have higher FPS when you get onto the next screen, right? Well, if you do the opposite at the start of a Samuel boat cutscene, so you spam as quickly as you can through it, and you don't let your FPS get raised before the cutscene starts, then the cutscene is shorter.
I know a great deal, bodyguard.
However, running the whole cutscene at lower FPS doesn't give you a shorter cutscene, it gives you a longer cutscene.
The one who talks to you in the dark. Talks to you when you visit his shrines. I visited those shrines too.
Doesn't really make sense to me either, but
But I don't know you, who you are, and who you fight for. You're a mystery, and I can't allow that.
but it works. At least it works on the one at the start of Weepers, and the one I wasn't holding an ass apparently. I mean, I was. I had been holding it for 2 minutes, but fuck you, I guess. It works on the one at the start of Weepers and the one at the start of Boil Intermission. I haven't tried it on any, or at least I haven't tried it on any others where I know what time you're supposed to get at the end of the cutscene. but it definitely works on those two. Can I point out that I'm on a gold pace, and I didn't do the ass? Fine, you don't run main games, so it doesn't affect you anyway. Yeah, that 2 FPS was slow, everything else though was good.
I can't believe you're alive. They killed me.
Things are bad. Update.
Get behind him!
Thought I'd find you here.
Never pays to bet against you, does it? There's one more trip across.
Speaking, I'm going to take a pretty long break in this game. I need to learn something new. Yeah, fair. That's definitely been helpful for me. Just every month or 2 months, I just go and I learn a different game for a week, a couple of weeks. And it definitely makes a big difference when you do come back to this game.
They're not giving up without a fight. I remember hearing the Admiral and Martin talking about this place as where they'd hold up if they had to. Anybody going in has to breach the fort and the gatehouse. Then there's only one way to the top. All I can say is that it's been a pleasure serving with you. Maybe after all this is settled, we'll see each other again.
What do you think you might want to learn?
If anyone deserves it,
Do you have any ideas?
give my best to Emily.
Octodad. Nice. I watched Noodles when he was running that, and it looks like a god-awful run. But, you have everything now? What does that mean?
Chances are very.
Oh.
You think I'd fight you?
Freely.